Envision trekking through the high veld of southern Africa in 1871. The air is thick with the scent of dry grass, and the sun beats relentlessly on your back. The sun beating down as you push through seemingly endless scrubland and navigate the imposing granite hills. Each step is a challenge, the terrain unforgiving. Suddenly, cresting a small rise, you see it. A vast, silent city of stone, rising majestically from the earth. Its walls snaking across the landscape like giant slumbering serpents, built from millions of precisely cut granite blocks. No mortar binding them, just the perfect fit of stone upon stone. This is no crude fort hastily thrown together, but a masterpiece of engineering, a testament to sophisticated planning, a statement of power and permanence meant to last for millennia. For explorers like Karl Mauch, stumbling upon this lost city, the sheer scale was breathtaking, a humbling experience. Walls soaring over 10 meters high, some sections a staggering 5 meters thick, defying gravity and time, forming elegant enclosures, intimate courtyards, and mysterious passageways that beckon you to explore their secrets. At the very heart of this sprawling complex stands a conical tower, its original purpose and meaning now lost to the relentless march of time, a silent enigma. The silence here is profound, almost palpable, broken only by the whisper of the wind as it snakes through the ancient stones. Who were the people who conceived and built this incredible place? How did they achieve such a monumental feat in the heart of Africa so many centuries ago, with the tools and knowledge they possessed? This was Great Zimbabwe, a place of wonder and mystery. The name translates to the Great Houses of Stone in the Shona language, a fitting description for this architectural marvel. Once the thriving capital of a powerful and influential kingdom, it flourished as a center of trade and culture between the 11th and 15th centuries, a golden age for this civilization. Strategically positioned, it controlled vital gold trade routes that stretched all the way to the Indian Ocean, bringing wealth and influence. At its peak, this bustling metropolis was home to an estimated 18,000 people, a vibrant and dynamic community, making it one of the largest and most significant medieval cities anywhere in the world at that time. It stands as an enduring testament to a thriving and sophisticated African civilization, capable of remarkable achievements. But for the first European explorers who stumbled upon these ruins, this self-evident truth was simply unthinkable, challenging their preconceived notions. They arrived burdened with deeply ingrained prejudices and biases, fundamentally unable to accept that the local Shona people could have conceived and built something of such scale and sophistication. Instead of acknowledging the truth, they embarked on a misguided search for a phantom architect from some distant land, looking everywhere for the builders, except among the very people who lived and worked the land, dismissing their knowledge and heritage. This deliberate refusal to see and accept the truth, to acknowledge the achievements of the Shona people, set in motion a tragic historical injustice, a systematic misrepresentation that would persist for over a century, obscuring the true origins of Great Zimbabwe. Yet the stones themselves stood as silent witnesses to the truth, their story twisted and distorted by those who stubbornly refused to listen to the voices of the people and the evidence of their own eyes. To truly grasp the profound significance of Great Zimbabwe, you must first understand and appreciate its sheer scale and complexity. It wasn't just a settlement, it was a sprawling urban center. The city was meticulously divided into 3 main areas, each serving a distinct purpose within the kingdom: the hill ruin, the great enclosure, and the valley ruins, each telling a part of the story. The hill ruin, strategically positioned atop a commanding granite dome, served as both the king's residence and the primary religious center, a place of spiritual significance. A fortress of power, both literally and symbolically, overlooking the entire kingdom. Below, the great enclosure, a marvel of engineering, stands as the largest ancient structure in all of sub-Saharan Africa, a testament to the builder's ambition. It boasts a wall stretching over 250 meters around its perimeter, a feat of construction meticulously built from nearly 1 million precisely cut granite blocks. Inside, a complex labyrinth of walls creates a sense of mystery, and the enigmatic conical tower rises, likely a potent symbol of royal power, authority, and the kingdom's overall prosperity. The valley ruins sprawled extensively between these 2 prominent areas, housing the bulk of the city's population in modest clay huts and smaller yet still impressive stone enclosures. Archaeological finds from this area reveal a bustling and vibrant city, with evidence of iron smelting, intricate pottery and weaving traditions, and extensive trade networks reaching far and wide. The level of engineering skill displayed is truly astounding. Granite blocks meticulously shaped and fitted together without the use of any mortar, resulting in walls that have remained remarkably stable for centuries, a testament to sheer weight and skill. The decorative stone patterns found throughout the site showcase a sophisticated and uniquely indigenous technological prowess. Great Zimbabwe was far more than just a royal court or administrative center. It was a thriving and dynamic metropolis, a hub of activity and innovation, the very heart and soul of a prosperous and influential African kingdom. Its skilled builders meticulously quarried, carefully shaped, and expertly assembled each stone, employing techniques that had been refined and passed down through generations of artisans. The city's remarkable endurance, standing strong even today, serves as a powerful testament to their unparalleled mastery of stone construction. This magnificent city stands as a shining example of African ingenuity and architectural mastery at its absolute finest. When Europeans publicized Great Zimbabwe in the late 1800s, fascination quickly turned to prejudice. The colonial mindset insisted Africans were incapable of such achievement. The ruins challenged this, so colonists denied their origins, insisting a foreign race must have built them. Karl Mauch, the German explorer, claimed the city was biblical Ophir, built by Phoenicians for the Queen of Sheba, without evidence. These theories fit colonial narratives, justifying conquest and rule. The true Shona builders were dismissed as incapable. Colonial authorities promoted these myths to support their own legitimacy. The real history was deliberately suppressed, replaced by fantasy. The stones remained, but their story was stolen. Once non-African builders were imagined, theories spiraled into fantasy. The Queen of Sheba and King Solomon's story became popular despite zero evidence, no Hebrew artifacts, no Near Eastern relics. Others claimed Egyptians, Arabs, or even Chinese explorers built the city, ignoring the lack of supporting evidence. The logic was always backward start with the belief Africans couldn't have built it, then search for any alternative. Even aliens were proposed as builders, a last-ditch denial of African ingenuity. These theories all shared one flaw: no evidence on the ground. They were projections, not history. The refusal to accept African achievement was rooted in racism, not reason. The city's true heritage was buried under layers of myth. The obsession with foreign origins led to tragedy for African archaeology. Colonial treasure hunters, like Richard Nicklin Hall, ravaged the site searching for Phoenician gold, discarding layers of real history. Hall's destructive excavations erased vital evidence, all in pursuit of a myth. When archaeologist David Randall McIver finally examined the site, he found only African artifacts: pottery, iron tools, beads, proving a medieval Bantu origin. His findings were met with outrage by colonial authorities who clung to their preferred myths. The truth was inconvenient, so it was buried. The real story of Great Zimbabwe was lost beneath the rubble of colonial fantasy. Scientific evidence was ignored in favor of political convenience. The damage to the archaeological record was immense. The city's true builders were denied their legacy. Despite official denial, a new generation of archaeologists built the case for Great Zimbabwe's African origins. Gertrude Caton Thompson's 1929 excavation was meticulous. She found only local artifacts beneath the stone walls, no trace of foreign cultures. Imported goods like Chinese celadon and Persian faience appeared only in later layers, confirming a medieval date. Caton Thompson's work, and that of later archaeologists, proved the city was built by the ancestors of the Shona. The Rhodesian government continued to promote myths, but the scientific consensus was unshakable. Radiocarbon dating, oral traditions, and pottery analysis all pointed to a great Shona state. The evidence was overwhelming. Great Zimbabwe was a product of African genius. The politics lagged behind, but the truth could not be silenced. The city's story was finally being reclaimed. Science triumphed over colonial fantasy. The case for African authorship is built on concrete evidence. Pottery found at the site matches styles from earlier Iron Age communities and modern Shona traditions, an unbroken cultural line. No Phoenician, Chinese, or Arabian artifacts have ever been found in the foundational layers. The iconic Zimbabwe birds, carved soapstone sculptures, are unique to the site, reflecting Shona cosmology. The dry stone walling technique evolved locally, perfected over generations. Archaeologists traced its development from smaller sites to its grandest form at Great Zimbabwe. The builders mastered local granite, working it without advanced tools. Foreign trade goods, glass beads, Persian ceramics, Chinese porcelain, appear only in later layers, showing the city's role in international trade. These items confirm the city's medieval peak, not a biblical past. The evidence is clear. Great Zimbabwe was built by Africans for Africans. The city's stones, art, and artifacts tell a story of local achievement. The myth of foreign builders is finally laid to rest. The denial of Great Zimbabwe's African origins was a deliberate act of white supremacy. Colonial authorities suppressed scientific truth to justify their rule, controlling publications and education. Archaeologists who spoke the truth faced political pressure and exile. This campaign of misinformation robbed generations of Africans of their heritage. The ruins became a symbol for African nationalists fighting for independence. When Rhodesia became Zimbabwe in 1980, the new name reclaimed the city's legacy. Renaming the country was an act of historical correction, a declaration that colonial lies were over. The shadow of racism began to lift, and the true story emerged. Great Zimbabwe became a symbol of pride and resistance. The stones finally spoke for themselves. Today, Great Zimbabwe is far more than just an archaeological site. It's a place where history whispers from the stones, inviting us to listen and learn. It stands tall as a powerful symbol of African achievement, resilience, and unwavering national pride. It embodies the spirit of a people who shaped their own destiny. The Zimbabwe bird, a majestic sculpture discovered amidst the ruins, is not merely an artifact. It's the very emblem of the nation, representing its soul and identity. This iconic bird proudly appears on the national flag, a constant reminder of the nation's heritage and on the currency, symbolizing economic strength rooted in its past. The site serves as a potent reminder of a powerful and independent past, a time when African societies flourished with innovation and self-determination. Great Zimbabwe compels us to critically rethink Eurocentric historical narratives, challenging the notion that Africa was isolated or lacking in sophisticated civilizations. It stands as irrefutable evidence, proving Africa's complex societies, intricate social structures, and extensive global connections existed long before the arrival of Europeans. It proudly stands alongside Egypt's magnificent pyramids and Timbuktu's revered mosques, as a powerful testament to Africa's incredibly rich and diverse cultural heritage, a legacy that deserves global recognition and respect. Reclaiming this often suppressed history is an integral part of the ongoing process of decolonization, correcting the historical record, challenging lingering racist myths, and fostering a more accurate and inclusive understanding of the past. The city's story serves as a stark warning, reminding us how history can be manipulated and weaponized for political ends, often to justify oppression and inequality. It's a profound lesson in the critical importance of relying on evidence-based research and having the courage to speak truth to power, even when it's uncomfortable. Great Zimbabwe endures as a powerful rebuke to those who have historically doubted or dismissed African ingenuity and intellectual capabilities. Its majestic walls and towering structures tell a compelling story of a confident, prosperous, and highly organized society. A legacy of innovation and cultural richness that belongs to all of humanity, transcending borders and generations. The great stone houses of Zimbabwe stand as a testament to human potential and are a shared heritage for the entire world to cherish and protect.